Welcome to the Kaizorian Experience. Over here, we're going to be talking about everything African. We're going to be having debates, discussions, entertainment, as well as learning about business, art, history, and everything in between. Cultural, tribalism, and everything. We're going to be out here debating with some really interesting stuff. So, like the video, share the video, and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe for the best experience ever. This is the biggest channel on the Afrosphere. So come and join the team, become a Kaizorian, and join the Kaizorian Empire. Universally exist within myself, within this premise, and I exist within this bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly like the blue in the sky. I'ma fly like bird in the sky. I'ma fly like bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly like bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly like bluebird in the sky. I'ma throw my bluebird in the sky. I'ma soar like bluebird in the sky. I'ma soar like bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly like bluebird in the sky. I'ma fight like bluebird in the sky. I'ma eat like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be bluebird in the sky. I'ma be free, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be free like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. Back again like the second coming. Strumming my vocal cords like the hummingbird in the sky. Y'all can't deny this. Real rap lyrics, it's like I ain't got no rhyming through the sky limit. What is skin tone, shade of color, but a parallel form of frequency like a ringtone on your phone. Melanin expression, tied up in the universe, feeling like God's. Is this really us? Is it serious? Is it really wrong to be diverse? I'm a divergent, immerse myself like an ocean beneath its waves. Be a divergent, born to be different. Indigo child, wild like canary. Born to be a bluebird in the sky, flying high like a bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly high, bluebird in the sky. Yeah, bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly high, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. Everybody scream bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly high, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. Yeah, bluebird in the sky. Everybody, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like born black, sweet like a berry. Flying high like a canary. Scary with my hoodie on. Hating on my vibe on the street that you'll be feeling my frequency of the song. But I know that I ain't never ever gonna be ever the same. But I know. What's good? What's good, Dusties and gentlemen? We've already got our boy over here, Darth. Why are you always online when I'm on transit? But anyways, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and help spread the great message of the great Lord Kaizoria. Today we're going to be talking about video. Black Americans are cursed. African man destroys FBA culture in, it's supposed to be 10 minutes. But I can't spell. But anyways, too much further ado, we're going to get into the video. And of course, we're going to cook some FBAs, right? That's the title of this video, and that's the purpose. So let's get to it.
Look, you're a black man, you're a black African man, and you're saying essentially that black people are cursed in some way. Like, you know, God and the devil conspired to just say, black people are dumb.
Yes.
I'm just paraphrasing what you said. How do you respond to somebody who's thinking, well, I know you're black, but that's pretty racist, or that's pretty ignorant, or whatever? What's your response?
You call it what you want to call it. when I see how the black people operate, you can call it whatever you want to call it. Because all these terms are just to muddy the conversation. The conversation is, are we doing well? No, we're not. Right? Everybody.
Okay, so first of all, he's a Kenyan. He's in America right now, and he's someone from the manosphere, right? So he's out here straight out saying that black people are cursed, especially black Americans. But also he's including, he's talking about the culture. He's talking about the fact that Africans, or rather black people, have, backwards cultural practices that don't lead, to greatness, but only leads to worse situations. So the question is, do you guys agree with it?
right? Do you think that black people are cursed? Because that is the question here, right?
Comes in and takes advantage of us. So why are we pretending that we're doing well? We're not doing well. The rate of abortions is highest in the black community in America. The black people are...
Oh, what's good? A86LOY. Greetings. Hopefully you're doing well. So he's already coming out and saying that the abortion rate in black America, it's the worst out of all the races. So he's saying that we're killing ourselves, that we're actually creating the disparities that we're seeing when it comes to life. And I can't disagree with that. If you look at the numbers, when it comes to what he's just said right now, he's 100% correct, right? Unfortunately, it is black people committing the most abortions.
Killing their own children, bro.
Yeah.
So what are you telling me? The black people are killing themselves in America. There's a higher chance of me being killed by a black man in this country of yours than by somebody who looks like you. I went to South Central. I went to...
Shots fired. And he went in and he said, actually, it gets worse, right? All these calls of racism, some of them are exaggerated, because I am far more safer around white people than I am so-called black people. So, of course, what do we see here, right? We can already see some cooning going on. I think it's conscious cooning, but I'll get to that later, right? The black man over there is saying what the bald-headed man on the left wants to say, but can't say because of cancellation, right? He'll lose his job, he'll lose his character, and people in society won't give him chances. So he's got another black man sitting right across him to say all the things that he wishes to say. The question I have for you is he wrong?
Downtown LA, I was scared for my life. And I'm from Africa, bro. As guys have seen lions and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Yeah. So it's a high time somebody tells them the truth, which is, you guys are fucking up. The black people have been cast because they follow the women. Men should not follow women. Women need to follow men.
Now, what about that one? The sexist thing. You're going to hear that.
Again.
No, not just that. He goes on to say that FBA culture is gynocentric, and the reason why all these degeneracies are happening is because men are following women. Now, the FBA themselves, I've been to Manosphere, right? They've been saying the same things. They've been singing the same songs. That their culture is gynocentric, right? Men don't have a role to lead. So he's saying that this is a big, significant reason why the community is broken. Team Mexican Asuna says, he's just telling stats. He is safer around white people. And, it's kind of interesting that the stats are what they are, and that they believe that these numbers are, as true as they are, because, some people claim that he's 100% true.
And just throw it in there. I'm from Africa. I use the word nigger, so yeah. I know it's taboo for the white people, but it's also stupidity.
The brother's really going in. Now he's even about to say white people should be able to have the N pass. So this brother's out here cooking FBAs. He's cooking blacks, all right, left, and center. He's just saying, no, even the whole idea that white people can't say the N-word is stupid, and it's regressive because it removes free speech. It removes a very interesting word with flavor, right, from being used. And I imagine I know you niggas love garlic, right, or lemon juice when you wash your chicken. Washing chicken is foul as well, man. The heat should be enough to kill the bacteria. You're just spreading around your dirty, nasty ass bacteria all around the kitchen, thinking you're washing your chicken. But anyways, so imagine if they told you can no longer use garlic anymore. Right? You niggas are going to be unhappy. So why shouldn't white people get to say the N-word? Flexed Up says, Kenyan collecting that check. Exactly. I think he's a conscious coon, as I said over there. LYO says, white Americans say the same to black American faces all time with no repercussions. Ramwi says, black Americans can never be cursed. The white man's will always be saved, will always and save them, unlike us dusties. Ooh, that's an interesting point of view over there, right? Because they are American, they'll always be surviving under the virtue of the white man.
Because why are we taking away language from everybody? Shouldn't I be strong enough to handle whatever the fuck you want to tell me?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, in the context of, like in anything, whether it's, race or sexism. I mean, you just
anything, bro.
We're offended very easily.
Why am I offended? Why should I be offended easily? That's weak of me if I get offended.
Yeah.
Because if I remember when we were playing in the playground, kids didn't give a shit about what you were going through or your issues at home.
Oh, another shots fired. He's saying, I'm a real Maasai warrior from Kenya. I don't just go around crying a little bit because Dwight Man called me nigger. Just because a white man called me nigger, just because white man owed me, made me work in the Carter Foundation, they ain't paying me for 400 years and owes me some little bit of sugar corn, I shouldn't be out here getting offended, right? But this is why FBAs also can't trust the Africans. Because this is what the African is thinking deep down. The African is thinking, you are complaining about America. America has everything, right? I don't know what accent I'm even doing now anymore, right? But it's some generic African accent, right? You're complaining about America, but in Africa, we ain't even got water, right? And we can't even blame white man for not having water, meaning our failures is our own failure. So the African is out here thinking really difficult, like this racism thing. I've really tried to understand where you're coming from, but as long as they're not stealing my job, as long as they're not preventing me from work, what's the problem, right? And that is a question, right? That is actually a question that these people, these mans is having for the Black Americans. You ain't prevented from participating in culture, society, workplace. The only issue is just someone will never accept you. Why are you so obsessed with being accepted? Like, why don't you accept yourself? Like, I don't wake up every morning thinking, I want, let me put on a Kaizoran accent before he left the UK. What's cool, bro, innit? Yeah? Man, what's wrong with some white man here, innit, yeah? How come you don't want to accept me, yeah? I'm also English, innit? Yeah? Man is English, yeah? I ain't not stinking African. I is English. Accept me, bro, yeah? With a knife on his chest, right? Accept me, bro. Accept me, bro. They end up in prison trying to force white man to accept me. Ramwi says, I think most of your Black American topics bring you a lot of revenues. Low.
Whatever. If you are bald, you are bald in this playground. If you are fat, you are the goalkeeper. Yeah, with kids, it's pretty straightforward.
Sure.
So why do?
Wait. Did he say if you're bald, you're bald? If you're fat, you're the goalkeeper? Is that how it used to be? You niggas is crazy. Right? I thought goalkeeper was perfectly fine job. Right? Some people wanted to be goalkeeper, but this nigga just said that they used to make the fat kids the goalkeepers.
Why do we become these evil human beings who can't be honest with each other?
Yeah.
But we have to come up with tricks and everything. So when I look at the Black people, my people in my country.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Ramwi is cooking me, right? He's like, you don't have a British accent. What accent do I have? Don't say Kenyan, man. I ain't got no dusty Kenyan accent.
We call each other crabs in a bucket.
Sure.
So you see how you guys have come together, go bandance, and now you're talking and pushing each other?
Yeah.
Us guys, it's their way around.
Yeah, the reference, right? Crabs in a bucket drag each other back down,
yes.
Right? When a crab tries to crawl out, the crab drags him back.
These crabs are in the bucket together.
Yeah.
Right? So if I try to come out from whatever situation that I'm in, my people are the ones who are going to pull me back in.
Wow.
So you tell me, why should we be... who lives like that? How are you ever going to build anything that way?
So in a country like the U.S., again, just systemically, there's over the years, there's been discussion of like reparations for those that were brought over here in slavery, how there's generational wealth has been stolen. And I'll be honest, that makes sense. Just taking the emotion out of it, like, okay, 5 generations ago.
Okay, so the white man is going to talk about generational wealth gap created in part due to slavery and, of course, all that ensued after slavery. We're talking about Jim Crow. We're talking about vagrancy laws, removing Black people from the streets because they didn't have a white man, specified job, and then putting them back into slavery by convict leasing them into these private companies, right? This did happen. A lot of Black men who were innocent were building the railroads after being caught back after slavery. So there is that point there that the white man is bringing up against the Kenyans. So we'll see how the Kenyans going to respond. But that is a valid point. What about the lack of equality when it came to the slavery and the advent the things that actually then carried forward. That's a good point. Zulia says, I saw the ONS stats for median income by ethnicity in the UK for 2022. Guess which Black demographic earns the most per hour on average? That is Black UK. I'm going to guess it's Caribbean, right? I'll tell you, it isn't Black men, shockingly. It's Black Caribbean women. Interesting, right? These Nigerians need to stop bragging about how well they're doing in UK, USA, despite all the doctors running to these countries. Their average earnings to these countries is near identical to other Black groups, especially with all the Nigerian money in London, and still average hourly wage and household income sucks. Ramwi says, to be fair, Kaizo, Black all over the globe makes too much excuses. They are incompetent and quite frankly pathetic. I think the incompetence is the excuse making. You're 100% right there, because whenever we make excuses, we start to lose semblances of ourselves. We're just out there not changing anything. We're not looking at things critically. We're not able to actually go out there, figure out what's wrong, and then go fix it. We're not able to really approach the problem the correct way. And yes, I do think there's a correct way to approach problems. So yes, 100%, I think you're right. We are the problem, and we are also the solution, right? At the end of the day, how is it that we're still blaming another man for a problem? Just think of it this way, right? It's like me blaming my neighbor for why I don't have a 70-inch TV and that he does. It's like me blaming my neighbor instead of me thinking, well, I actually want a 70-inch TV. How am I going to get it for myself? Yeah, I agree with you. Flexstar says Dr. Z is sharpening his guillotine, right? He wants to go and cook these Nigerians, right? He thinks Nigerians are exaggerating. And you know what? When you look at the overall Black, income and everything and education rate, you realize that there's a lot of cope from a lot of different sides. On average, Black people in the UK, in America, are doing worse than majority of other races. The only race that we're doing better than is the Bengalis, from people from Bangladesh in the UK. And then also the other person we're doing better in America is the Native Americans, right? So but that's not such a high bar. That's a very low bar. No cap, right? We're not competing with people that are actually dangerous, right? That's the problem. We're not competing with anyone that actually matters.
My family didn't have things taken from them like a Black family would, right? So today you have, I think, people that are saying, hey, look, you got to make your own way. There's very successful Black people that have done amazing things and have overcome poverty and, terrible conditions, fatherless households, whatever it might be, right? There are Black people that have done that. But even they would say, even a Black person that's successful, I think, acknowledges like, well, but it is harder. It is harder for a Black person because of what's been done in the past. But you disagree.
Yeah, I definitely no. Two things can be correct. Sorry, one thing can be right and the other thing can be wrong. I can acknowledge that historically speaking, Black people in America had certain challenges, but I don't also agree that somehow those challenges are what's leading to the disparities in the income right now. The two things don't have to be following each other, right? Like how is it that I, as an African, go to the UK and I succeed? The two things don't have to follow each other. What's good? My Somali brother.
Yeah, bro, this white guy is yapping, bro. He's yapping too much. Like, for example, if you look at Singapore, they have a good culture. They're highly educated. They're colonized people. They're conquered people, and Black people are conquered people, but it's not what is stopping us, to achieve many great things. It is a culture, a culture is not as good as compared to like a Singaporean, where they put more value into family. That's why you'll see like a lot of fatherless, like the fatherless for the Black race is like higher compared to any other race. maybe the question is, why is that? You know, it's not the question why black people are not disadvantaged. They just have an issue. You know, like just the culture has an issue. You gotta solve that issue. It's not that black people are handicapped. It's just like promote family unity. You know, promote fathers staying with the kids. You know, because fathers have like a big impact into the family. It makes the kid like if you look at like kids who are fatherless, they seem to do really bad when it comes to education, motivation, everything, like their mental state. You gotta
Yeah,
fix all those issues. You know what I mean?
100%, 100%. But how do you fix that when your community is broken and it's gynocentric, meaning women are the ones who are prioritized in that community and culture? How do you fix it?
You know, Kaiser, that is interesting. You know, when black people get out of Africa, we seem to have that culture where that domination of the female gender is happening. Of like it just happens when we outside of Africa. When we in Africa, we don't see the family is actually more together. Like, have you seen a Nigerian family? Like the family is like like they work together. The family union is so strong in African countries, but when black people go to Europe, the Americas, it doesn't exist, and none of that exists. These kind of issues pop up. Like you can even see like a Muslim black family, they have these kind of issues as well. They have families breaking up. It is sad.
Yeah. So, okay, do you think there's any like salvation for it though, or okay? Do you think we're cursed? Like, let me ask you for real, because even your profile picture, that's a beautiful white woman and a black man. Do you think that that's the only thing that we can do is by washing out our genes? Like, what's going on? Why are we playing victim logic and always complaining? Why can't we get things and fix it?
No. For me, I have that on my picture because I like them as an artist. I like ASAP Rocky and Lana. That they're my two favorite artists. That's why I put that in my profile picture. I think when black people are with black people, it's so much better because like the black woman can understand the African woman can understand the African man way much better than compared to any other race. They can connect in deeper. That's why I think the question is like why this happens. You know why? It's just like how economic is structured. You know, like for example, in the West, where you are forgiven, like if you are single mother, like unlike if you're in Africa, it's really sad. You will struggle. You will need the help from a partner. You know what I mean? In Africa, it doesn't happen because like. People will struggle, but in the West you can sustain that life, but it is in the mental state of the children, it's not good in the long run because like they need the father in the home. Father is so important. What do you guys think about my take? Do you agree with it, or if you find
Yeah, it's an
something
interesting
you...
point.
Mhm.
Look, I can't disagree with anything that you said, my brother. Unfortunately, no matter how much I wanted to agree, but yeah, we got a new brother. Uvuvu wev onye tenyev. Wait, what's good, my brother? Go ahead.
Uvuvuvwevwe. Say it
How do you
correct.
even pronounce your name, brother? Go ahead.
That's how you say it.
Uvuvu wev.
Yes, uvuvuvwevwe.
Okay, where are you from, my brother? Are you Nigerian by any chance?
Yes.
Okay, mashallah, brother. Yeah, go ahead. What's your point here? Do you think black people are cursed? And going back to my Kenyan brother who said categorically that black people, yeah. Let me play one specific aspect here, saying that black people are always complaining and that racism doesn't exist. And then you go ahead.
Poverty and terrible conditions, fatherless house. Saying, hey, look, you got to make your own way. There's very successful black people that have done amazing things and have overcome poverty and, you know, terrible conditions, fatherless households, whatever it might be, right? There are black people that have done that. But even they would say, even a black person that's successful, I think, acknowledges like, well, but it is harder. It is harder for a black person because of what's been done in the past. But you disagree. Hit me, man. Like I am approaching this. You got to understand, like, I'm looking at this camera. This is like, bro, this topic for me.
I know.
I'm just putting out there, right? This Kenyan is acting as a super coon, right? Very conscious one. He's saying what the white man wants to say, but the white man knows he can't say it because he'll lose his job and career. His kids will be bullied at school by the black terrorists.
So let me do the dirty work for you.
But real quick, before you go there, I mean it.
Oh, you heard that? Let me do the dirty work for you. He knows what he's doing. You heard that one there, right?
Kaiser, with these kind of people, conservatives, they don't recognize the historic wrong has been done, but like they don't recognize it. They don't blame. They blame black people for their problems. Actually, it is kind of sad because like they want a booty clap for the white people because like they want to keep a white audience like about this. It doesn't. Their answers don't really help in the real world because like they you gotta recognize like Singapore recognizes her historical misdoing like that they recognize that, but they work in the modern day to better themselves, and you gotta recognize your history. These people will not recognize history. It is good to recognize history, but blaming certain people for their history is bad. It's bad.
Well, you know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But here's the thing.
Nigeria, we don't condemn selling slaves.
Yeah, go ahead, Uvuvu.
Yes. Kaiser, I always said, us
Nigerians, what's it called? We are the cause and effect of the reason why, you know, black, you know, culture right now is at an all-time low. It's because we sold our people, you know. We went to America. They manufactured, you know, the new breed of black people, which influenced the rest of the black people in the world, you know. So it's really us, you know. It's Nigerians' fault. Nigerians, we have to reconcile what we've done. You know, make these, you know, we can't. Yeah, these African Americans have to, you know, Africanize them, you know, because yes, they're losing morals.
By the way, I do stand with Palestine. That's for sure. I'm not gonna support Israel. But look, let's go.
Wait. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I like when I look at how the family structure is in the black. I feel like the Nigerian like way is like the best. Like in Africa, I don't know. Maybe Kaiser, you can help me. I don't live in Africa. I don't know how modern life and where feminism is come in. Like how is it? Is it you guys have this issue, but in the West you see this issue about gender war and all of
Nigerians, that. We have the best family structure, you know, Nigerians. You know, that's why we have the 200 million population. You know.
Well, you're not wrong. Nigerians do have the lowest divorce rate in actually the world, more or less, like 0.5% divorce rate.
But there's a statistic. There's a statistic about my people as well, Nigerians, that's saying over 60% of the children born in Nigeria, DNA wise, they don't basically, the father's not the real father, you know. So yeah, we get.
You know, Kaiser, why I say Nigerians as well, like the business aspect of it as well, like they're like really intelligent when it comes to like the business aspect of. I'm gonna give that to Nigerians because like they invest in their kids like to school, like it's really impressive. It's really cool. And they're like a whole economy. Like the family is like a whole economy that works together, that puts every penny together for the betterment of the family.
Please, can I correct something? The guy that is
Yeah, go ahead.
speaking is not, by the way, it's not a Nigerian.
He
Oh,
is not
he's not.
Nigerian. I wonder why he keeps on saying we
It's
Nigerian.
not. It's not. Please,
Already, when he
for
goes out
yourself.
saying we Nigerians, we
One
Nigerians.
man, one man, one man, one man. He's a troll. Okay, address what I said. Address what I said. One man.
So sorry, not you, the Uvuvu something or the other that keeps playing. But you are right in most of the things that you said. No, nobody's interested in all that. Just stay muted for a moment. You are right in a lot of the things that you did say. Nigerians, they value the family structure more than anything else, and the only space you can lose face is within your family structure. So we place a lot of stock by family, by society, by hierarchy, and community. We're a very conservative people. All of the Nigerian cultures are steeped in conservatism, and that's really the bedrock of the family structures in Nigeria.
Yeah, but like one man. You guys have like you guys are economically literate too. Like that's where I seen like a Nigerian family that invests in like in some sectors. Like they
for licking our Nigerian bulls.
This guy is not a Nigerian. Please, Kaiser, you have to address this. You know, this Uvuvu something or the other that keeps coming here to claim that it's Nigerian.
Uvuvu Darod.
He's a Somalian. From his accent, he's from Somalia or East Africa. By the way,
he's definitely
Z,
Somali.
Dr. Z also, I don't understand. He always he has this resentment towards Nigeria, and he doesn't keep. Whenever I hear anything in Nigeria, he starts saying all sorts of BS. Who is that Dr. Z? Where is he from?
I don't know.
Okay, he's half Kenyan, half Caribbean.
I'm a Nigerian.
But let me
I'm a Nigerian man.
Listen, he's another East African.
Let me defend myself. You know, everyone is throwing accusations towards me. Let me defend myself. I'm a Nigerian man.
Where's your accent from? Where's your accent from? Where is your
London
accent from?
It's
a what?
London.
You must be a joker.
Yes,
what do you mean a London accent? You must be a joker.
Yes.
I've lived in London for longer than you've been alive.
Especially I come from a Nigerian.
There's one thing that us Nigerians,
so we all speak like this.
We know our people, no matter even if they are from the north, from the south, we know ourselves. By the way we talk, and there are certain words you say. Immediately,
I'm sorry. One man. I want to tell you something. Like he's trolling. I feel like giving him attention is gonna gonna be bad. Like you should ignore it and you should talk about the topic about African.
Okay, let's go back to the topic.
Yeah, because
that the guy is not a Nigerian because we're very guarded. Nigerians about who
one man we can tell because I know when a Nigerian speaks. Okay, one man I want to tell you about the Nigerian. You got to give them their flowers because their family structure is really stable and it is really healthy, and I respect Nigerians for that. They keep that in the West. They family structure, the system. They if they go to the West, they still have it. Unlike
do you know why that is?
It's probably culture. Yeah, culture.
Yes, there are two reasons. Nigerians place a lot of stock by education, and you know that already levers you up the societal hierarchy. So that's one. But then the competition within the Nigerian space, we have a saying in Lagos that if you've lived in Lagos and you are not smart and clever, you can never be smart and clever ever in life. The hustle culture is so intense that you don't have room. Even if you're stupid, you become very, very smart. So, but that hustle, determined culture not to fall behind, which the societal pressure puts on you just to make your way through, not to be taken advantage of. And then if you add education onto that, and then hard work as well. So I think that's the mix really that makes Nigerians achieve.
One minute, we have a sentence we usually say in it's like a community where I live, it's like Nigerians are, the Asians of how they move, how they look at education of the black people, how it's like the Chinese of Africa, basically how you guys look at education. I respect that.
Let me tell you about the Nigerians, okay? This whole global Nigerian thing is nonsense. We can't say the Nigerians. There's different peoples in Nigeria. Okay, some are dusty, some are industrious, some are just hell bent on scamming, like the Yoruba. Even their new president now is a drug dealer. The business people in Nigeria are the Igbos. That's why I have, from today going forward, would dedicate myself to be a friend of the Igbo, because they are the ones that are looked down on in Nigeria, just like the Black Americans. But this guy, one man, with this propaganda about Nigeria, and he's ignoring all the cultism that happens in his area. They're savages in Oyo State.
Nak, let me correct something. One good thing about Nigeria is competition within all tribes. No tribe is richer than the other one. Everyone is competing at the same level. There's no these guys are the richest or this one are the richest. No, there's not. Because when you look at the economy, when you check sector by sector, you see that almost all the tribes are there dominating and performing well. It is not just one tribe controlling the economy. If you go through the owners of these, like, is it the banking sector? Is it the music sector or the movie sector? Everyone is competing. It's not that you just say they are the one. No, that's fake news. That is fake news.
Let me add another thing to what 01 said. You know that that Nigerian dynamism is starting to rub off on other African types who look at the Nigerian, the confidence, the assertiveness, the bravadociousness, and all of those things. So, because the average African is usually henpecked, is usually repressed, is usually, they shy to the back for reasons of historical backdrop. But when they say that Nigerian person, you see it in workplaces, when a Nigerian is in that office, it sets the example of what is tolerable and what is not. And then all these other African types, including the Kenyans and all these lower spec Africans, they try to emulate that Nigerian dynamism.
Yeah. Look at one man. I look at West Africa. You guys seem to have a confidence when it comes to like business aspects. I don't see that in Ghana, for example. Like how the confidence, like when it comes to like business, I don't see that in Ghana. It's just maybe a Nigerian thing,
No.
When I look at Ghana, I don't see so much. Sorry.
Even the Black Americans are starting to follow the Nigerian example.
No. It's the Igbos. We can check this out. I just researched it again. The Igbos are the most industrious and the richest tribe in Nigeria. And the Yorubas, they're jealous. That's why they focus. While the Igbos are focused on business, they even do business in northern Nigeria. What are the Yorubas doing? They're getting their ass kicked by the Fulani. Come on, these people are worthless people.
That's the Yoruba. That's the Yoruba culture.
But the data.
Sorry. First. No, let me just say this and I'll be quiet. Do you know that the Yoruba culture is the most studied African culture on the planet? If you go to any institution, and the African Studies Department is usually heavily laden towards Yoruba studies. Because, of course, the Yorubas are the dynamism of the black race.
Prove it. I need you to source up. Show me where Yoruba culture is like the standard for black African culture. I don't see that.
Okay, hold on. Nak, the Nigerian guy that sold his company to BlackRock, what tribe do you think the guy is from?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Hey, you wouldn't, would you?
The second richest man in Nigeria, what tribe do you think he's from?
Oh, he's a Hausa, right?
No, it's not Hausa. It's Yoruba. It's called Mike Adenuga.
I thought Dangote was the richest in Nigeria.
No, Dangote is from the north. Then the second guy is Yoruba from
in Nigeria.
Oh, hold on. Kaizo, can I play a clip? Kaizo?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I want you to watch this. This is for
all Nigeria ethnic group are doing well.
This is for Mark Nig.
To both welcome and introduce His Imperial Majesty One Adeyeye Ogunwusi, the One of Ife. The Imperial Majesty is a traditional leader of more than 200 million members worldwide of the Yoruba ethnic and religious group. It is centered in Nigeria. The Yoruba, the largest ethnic group of Africa, in addition to Nigeria's significant populations of the Yoruba reside in Ghana, the Ivory Coast, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Togo, and other countries around the world. The Yoruba people have a long history. Many were victims of the Atlantic slave trade, which is still evident by the communities that grow in Brazil, Cuba, Grenada, St. Lucia's, the United States, and Canada. Pennsylvania receives over $10 billion a year in imports from Nigeria. His Imperial Majesty is here in Pennsylvania to extend trade relations, increase tourism, and promote student and academic exchanges between institutions in Pennsylvania and Nigeria.
Okay, it goes on for a couple of
That guy is looking for a new cocaine connection. He's literally looking for cocaine connection.
Telling you that the Yorubas are the dominant black race.
Okay,
please.
Give me a second, Nigeria first. I want to hear the Black Americans' reaction to what the Kenyan said. And just before that, let me shout out to the sponsor of the stream. Appreciate it from my Nigerian brother over there, Spellcaster, with his juju, with the $10 over there. Shout out, appreciate. Then also AA6LYO for $2. Appreciate it, right? If you want to make Kaizo pocket fat, hit a super chat.
African man, and you're saying essentially that black people are cursed in some way. Like, God and the devil conspired to just say, black people are dumb.
Yes.
I'm just paraphrasing what you said. How do you respond to somebody who's thinking, well, I know you're black, but that's pretty racist, or that's pretty ignorant, or whatever? What's your response?
You call it what you want to call it. when I see how the black people operate, you can call it whatever you want to call it. Because all these terms are just to muddy the conversation. The conversation is, are we doing well? No, we're not. Right? Everybody comes in and takes advantage of us. So why are we pretending that we're doing well? We're not doing well. The rate of abortions is highest in the black community in America. The black people are killing their own children, bro.
Yeah.
So what you telling me? The black people are killing themselves in America. There's a higher chance of me being killed by a black man in this country of yours than by somebody who looks like you. I went to South Central. I went to downtown LA. I was scared for my life. And I'm from Africa, bro. As guys have seen lions and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Right. Yeah.
So it's a high time somebody tells them the truth, which is, you guys are fucking up. The black people have been cast because they follow the women.
I want to say something. I don't know why Kenyan is speaking for Black America. I don't get it why Kenyan is speaking for Black America and talking about their issue. I don't get that. Wish an African should never speak about that.
Because they're jealous. Look, I'll tell you this. What's this guy, Evans from Kenya? You ever watch his videos? They're all Black Americans.
Oh,
Black
that
Americans.
guy is a weird guy. He's a weird guy.
He sounds like a white guy, bro. Nagmisi.
Well, look, without us, nothing moves. Nothing pops. No one cares about Yoruba and this and that. We are the premium blacks. That's why to get clout, to get favor with the white man, then you're going to have to throw shots at the premium blacks of the world. That's all that is. We say lions are shit. We say this guy is a coon. Like, if I knew his ethnic group, I could talk about it too. But it's some random bullshit ass ethnic group that no one gives a fuck about. That's the thing. It's a lot of jealousy. And now
Namizi, he's like, I'm a doctor.
Let me put the nail in this Yoruba coffin. Okay. This whole Yorubas are in Cuba, Yorubas are here, and Yorubas are there. One man, you can't on one hand discount people from the diaspora, and then on the other hand try to add them into this whole Yoruba group because they may have descended from what is now Nigeria, or maybe from Yoruba land. These people are no longer Yoruba. They're not. And taking Yoruba from there. No, I'm not finished. When the premium black is speaking,
ask a question to your
black is quiet. Okay, you know Tinubu is here, Yoruba. He's a drug dealer. You guys are known for international drug dealing and scamming. Malaysia, Laos, Thailand, India, Indonesia. Everywhere you go, you are bringing a trail of destruction and confusion.
What's the Jim Crow law? What's the Jim Crow, whatever it is? What's that? It's an Americanism. What's that about? Jim Crow.
You don't know what Jim Crow is about? Google it.
Yeah, you tell me. I'm a Yoruba man. You're the American.
This is a loaded question. You see, I'm the king of loaded questions. You don't ask me a loaded question. Make your claim, brother. I'm not going to help you. Go on. You see, that's the difference between me and black. I asking me a loaded question.
Yoruba anyway. So yeah.
Oh, so you're dumb. So you're dumb. You don't know what it is. You don't know what Jim Crow is.
What is it? What's the Jim Crow? Wait, an American.
Research, buddy. Do your own research.
Look
don't
at this.
Fight with no bullets, homie. See again. That's
how you intimidated by the Yoruba person. What intimidates you about the Yoruba?
How much heroin did sell?
The Kenyan guy doesn't have any right to speak on Black America issue because I don't think he understands the culture, or he has lived there enough to understand what they go through on their daily basis. I think it was wrong what he did, and he decided to be the mad piece of racist in America. That was I think I smell a sellout and coon from that guy. What he did there was wrong.
Wait, sorry, what did you say? Nigerian first?
I said what the Kenyan guy did was wrong because I don't think he has lived in America enough to understand the Black community and to speak on behalf of their community.
Men should not follow women. Women need to follow men.
Now, what about that one? The sexist thing. You're going to hear that.
Again, just throw it in there. I'm from Africa. Because why are we taking away language from everybody? It's taboo for the white people. Again, just throw it in there. I'm from Africa. I use the word nigger, so yeah. I know it's taboo for the white people, but it's also stupidity. Because why are we taking away language from everybody? Shouldn't I be strong enough to handle whatever the fuck you want to tell me?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, in the context of like in anything, whether it's race or sexism. I mean, you just
anything, bro.
We're offended,
anything.
We're offended very easily.
Why am I offended? Why should I be offended easily? Right. That's weak of me if I get offended.
Yeah,
because if I remember when we were playing in the playground, kids didn't give a shit about what you were going through or your issues at home or whatever. If you were bald, you were bald in this playground. If you were fat, you were the goalkeeper.
Wait, Kaiser, can you pause it? Like, for example, in Europe, like someone calls you the N-word. You don't say, I'm an African. Why are you calling me that? This guy is a retard. This Kenyan is an actual dumbass.
One thing I observe this thing within the Republicans, the conservative in America circle. Like many of the Black who are conservative, whenever they speak, it's like if they don't down their people, it's like they cannot speak on issue that matters. Must you down your own people first for you to be accepted? If that's the case, I don't think you should associate yourself with such group or any kind of something like that. It doesn't make sense.
You hear that guy? He sounds like straight from.
You can be conservative and speak based on principles and stick on those issues, not trying to just
No. That guy sounds straight from Kenya, bro. He doesn't know about Western conservatism.
Yes, that's exactly what I was just waiting to say. I'm actually blaming the guy interviewing him rather than the guy himself, because that guy clearly is not exposed enough for that conversation.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't feel like he knows enough. He haven't been long enough in America to know anything about America. He can't. He's not like a.
What do you call a black man in America? What do you call a black man in America? A nigga, 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 nigga.
Yo.
And y'all wonder why we don't fuck with y'all.
Nagmeezy. Nagmeezy.
Nigger land.
But the good thing, these are not Nigerians, so these are other African countries. So
how you know they're not Nigerians?
No, they are not. They are not. These are South Africa.
I need to see the receipts on that.
Yeah, we know our people clearly.
I don't think a South African will say that. South Africa is like really westernized.
No, like me, if a Nigerian come here to speak, he means that we know he's a Nigerian. Without him saying like introducing himself, I will just know from the way he speaks.
Nagmeezy, I don't think you have a say the sentence about this Kenyan guy who thinks he's the doctor and he can like address your problem, and he thinks like all Black America is like a ghetto and all of that. It is so wrong. This guy doesn't know. He been in America for 2 hours.
I don't blame. This is what the media does. When media shows negative side of your country, of your people too
this
much,
guy smells like Kenyan, bro. This guy he smells straight out of Kenya, bro. This guy doesn't know about America. He can't tell you about conservatism and how the West is, how the Western society is. He doesn't know anything. This guy sounds straight out of Kenya, bro. What?
So do you guys agree with him though? Do you think that Black people are cursed? Let me put this. Do you think Black Americans and Nigerians are cursed? Nigeria is the biggest country in Africa.
Nigerians are. Let me answer that. Let me answer that. Nigerians are blessed with their family structure, and they really conservative in their family structure, and they seem to have more children. There seems to be more together, and American Blacks are really richer. They live longer. Both groups are doing good, in my opinion.
No. We're doing the best. And when you talk about family structure, it's a tattered structure. Somebody quoted, and very thankfully, that about 60% of babies in Nigeria are born to bastards. They're bastards, like MVD4 tries to call me. So there's something just wrong morally with Nigerians, and that's why they're the cockroaches of Africa. No one likes them. From the north to south, to east to west, to the middle.
And it's okay, we don't need to be liked. I don't know why men worry about.
I don't interrupt you. I would allow me to land, sir. We have a working Air Force in America. Allow me to land. That's why no one likes you guys.
Air Force built by the white man, not you.
No, and your Embraer Air Force planes are from Brazil, sir.
Yeah, but we pay for it.
They're from Brazil.
We purchased it.
They're from Brazil. Your innocent automobiles have Chinese
with our money, sir. You see?
Yes. Say that again in the Queen's English.
When you buy something with your money, it belongs to you. It doesn't mean if it is manufactured in Brazil or the United States, China, Russia, it doesn't mean.
Yo, can I quickly jump in, please, for a second? Just regarding this family structure business. Now, I have extensive experience with with Yorubas and a couple of Igbos in the UK throughout my time being here. And I can say that on the face of it, you would say that Nigerians have strong family structures on the face of it. And yes, I would agree that it is a patriarchy. But when you scratch the surface and you become friends with the children who are born here, they will tell you that there's a lot of stuff that goes under the carpet or is hidden for appearances. Number one being rampant cheating among the men, where they will have a woman in other communities, so it doesn't bleed through and it's harder to catch. And also in other countries, where they have multiple women and they conceive children with these women in other countries and keep it from the wife. I know this from first-hand experience, and I can name numerous Nigerian family members that I know, not family members, but friends of my family, who it comes down the line that the guy has a kid with another woman and it's only found out when the kid's 10 or 20 years old. And you would think that they have this great Yoruba family or Igbo family, but it's the case. And when it comes down to the Igbos, well, I've had numerous Igbo women tell me face to face that there's an issue of domestic violence. Okay, and when these married couples come to the UK or the West, with time, it becomes apparent that they can't start whooping women's asses like they do back home, and that can lead to marital difficulties. And that is mentioned by a YouTuber in the UK called Frank Lean, who mentions that everything's good when they're in their homeland, but when they come to the West, they find out, hey, I can't just beat up on my wife. She talks out of pocket. And she could earn money herself. She doesn't need me as much as back home. And I know this because my barber is actually going through a divorce right now. His wife, 7 years younger than him, also Igbo, is filing for divorce. And he said in Nigeria, when I used to beat her, her dad would tell her off for not going back home to me, right? And this is the type of power dynamic that they have in their home country, right? So I'm not denying that on the face of it, it looks good, but let us not pretend like it's all roses, man. There's a lot of cheating and a lot of domestic violence, and to compare that with Western blacks is unfair. And you know this because if you look at the divorce rate of Nigerians in the West and compare it to their homeland, I promise you one's going to be higher than the other.
Can I answer you, bro? I feel like you are a one person and there are millions of Nigerians. Maybe you went through that and your family went through that, and I feel like to generalize Nigerians like that is wrong, because like that's not going to be true with all Nigerians. There are many Nigerian. Wait, let me land, man. Let me land. There are many Nigerians who are very honest people who don't cheat. Like putting that on one group of people is like it's not good. It doesn't look good because it's not true. Because like all Nigerians don't do that. Maybe it's only you at the UK who saw a Nigerian do that. It doesn't mean that all Nigerians.
Hold on, but so you're saying it's good to paint the picture like the family structure is great all the time, and that was my point. My point was to say that it wasn't great all the time. There are instances and quite a few of domestic violence. Okay, and extramarital affairs. Okay, these are things that I was mentioning to help give you a more realistic or counter argument to the position that you painted, which is that they have great family structures across the board. That's what you did.
Yeah. When I say good family structure, I mean like a family that is really together, really healthy, and they're really in for the family. You know, they're like a union. You know, it's not about one person. You know. And I said that I agree. What you saw in that situation was bad, but that's not all Nigerians.
I actually mentioned several situations. Actual fact, my first girlfriend back in the day, she was a Yoruba. Her dad was a pilot for BA. Okay, and she told me that her mother would make her hold out a heavy textbook in front of her arms. Yeah, if she got bad grades, and she would have to hold it up in the air until her arm became so sore that she would drop the book, and then she got beats. And she said this would happen between she was 5 and 9 years of age in the UK, right? Now, and she also told me that her dad would go back to Nigeria and had another family there. So this is just another story where I'm seeing multiple stories of high-ranking, high-income Nigerians, which I come in contact with, and they're telling me clearly that these things are happening. So I'm not denying that, yeah, there could be great families.
Hold on. Let me explain to you. Nigerian culture allow men to marry multiple wives. as far as they can take care of those wives. You understand? We don't practice 100% of the Western culture whereby you are allowed to marry just one single woman. Now, men are allowed to marry multiple wives in Nigeria.
That's true. Let me explain to him
I don't
how.
get what you're saying.
Let me explain to him.
Wait. Is that gives you a falsely low single mother rate, and also gives you a falsely low, high marriage
Let
rate.
me explain to you. Nigerian men that got married to multiple wives, they do take care of their wives. They take care of.
Okay, so you're saying being in another country, leaving the child to be raised by a woman in another country for significant portions of time is taking care of a child. Is that taking care of a child?
Okay, let me tell you what normally happens sometimes. Maybe they were in the West before. Then the husband said, okay, let's move back to Nigeria. And the wife refused. The man will leave. What do you expect the man to do? To sit back? If he wants to leave, he will leave. Go back to his country.
Wait, let me tell him something.
Such things do happen.
Wait, Nigerian. Let me tell him something. You know, I get. You have antidotes. Like you have many situations where you can talk about story about like Nigerians. I get that, but like you can't generalize 200 million people, and you can't paint them in a picture because you live in the UK. The UK has small population of Nigerians. And you can't put a picture. You can't paint Nigerians in a certain way because that's wrong.
Okay, so what are you doing?
See, Zed, let me tell you, for instance, the biggest thriving industry in Nigeria, it's event planning. Every weekend like this, go to Nigeria. What you see there is people getting married. Like when people are getting married, it's an occasion, like that's heavy parties every weekend. This is not every weekend. Go to Nigeria, Lagos, Abuja, everywhere in Nigeria, it's party. You understand me?
Yeah.
People are allowed to marry multiple wives.
Z, when you say stuff about Nigerians, just say after your sentence that that's not all Nigerians, because like the way you're saying your words, it's like you're describing them as just things. It's not really true. You gotta say that.
This is the thing I don't understand, because before when I tell you and now I get cut off. Okay.
Let us see. Okay, let me explain to you. Fine. There will be instances where Nigeria do something like do the things that you are saying. Yes, there are bad ones that get married to a woman, cheating outside and doing all sorts of things. Yeah, they are. Then we also have single mothers in Nigeria who are not with their husband. It's not 100%. You won't have any society whereby everyone is 100% married in the country. So
okay, I could roll that point. I could agree.
But when you look at the percentage that those who are married and those who are single mothers, you see that those who are married, the percentage is more higher than the single mothers.
I understand, and I'm not just saying you're wrong, and I get your point. But my point is this: if someone is having a polygamy culture and they're technically married, but the husband has multiple wives, of which he spends time with them in another country, that gives you an artificially low single mother rate and divorce rate, because technically you're still married and technically you have kids in wedlock, even though you're wife number 3 or number 4. You see what I'm saying? And that is something I'm trying to make people appreciate. And Ari Reebok, I'm not disagreeing. That's okay. And I'm not, one more thing, I'm not saying all are like this. I'm not saying that. I was just trying to provide balance when the other guy was clearly making a massive generalization.
No. Z.
No. Z, I need to ask you a question. Because I always see your comment in all these things. Do you have any connection? I know you are not Nigeria from the way you speak, but why is this constant negative comment against our people, dude? Did any Nigeria collect your girlfriend or something? What
No. Actually, if anything, in my days, Nigerian women used to give you a lot of attention, even though I wasn't checking for them, because of I would say certain advantages I had in the face. that some of those women preachers they like.
Wait, Zulian. Let me ask you a question. Zulian, wait, bro. Nigerian.
No. Why y'all trying to jump him? And you,
I want
to fight Andre. You're a
no. I want to. No. He's generalizing. I'm trying to make him stop generalizing people.
No way, but you generalized to the positive, and you overstated their moral compass. He's adding reality to it. That's why I asked, what's your dog in this fight, except just a booty clap for Nigerians?
No. I'm not booty clapping anything. I'm just stating the truth that you can't judge Nigerians. Who like, if you can't judge Nigerians by like looking at hundreds of Nigerians, because there are millions of them. You know what I mean? You can't paint a picture about them. If you're living in the UK, Nigerians are not native to the UK. There are not too many Nigerians in the UK, and it is so wrong to paint a picture of a whole group of an ethnic group. It's so wrong.
Majority of Nigerians live in Nigeria, so that's just it.
Exactly.
Okay, this is. Listen, man. I made my point. My point was just to provide an alternative view. Obviously, I wasn't mentioning all, but when I had to provide, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
What I want to know is that because this is not just today. Anytime Keze is online here, when I look at your comment, it's always about Nigeria. This Nigeria, that Nigeria.
Okay, I can answer that question.
At least discuss about your own people. You can raise issues.
No, I do. But my problem is I don't like it, in particular with Nigerians in particular, where you pretend like you're doing so well, not only as a country, for the most part.
We are not, because if you look at Odon, we are not pretending, because if you come on this platform, you know what we do every day is bash our own country. We are the first to bash our country. You understand me? We don't tell everybody our country is perfect, like many of you does. We don't. We come here most times and ridicule our country. That's what we do here most of the time.
No, I want to tell Z something. You know, most Nigerians are good people and they're hardworking, and there are few bads. There are few
How
bad
many
apples.
Nigerians have you met?
He just generalized. You're generalizing.
Generalizing.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Nigeria, the Eriwu boys? How do you know that they're all hardworking? How do you know? There's such a small population in Sweden or wherever you live. There's such a small population. How could you generalize like that?
I actually never met a Nigerian.
Did you know that both of you are doing the same thing?
That's what I said. That's what I've been saying.
You are wrong.
No. I see the positive. This guy's seeing all the negative and painting people in a negative way, and I don't want that. That's not true.
Eriwu boy, just tell us what's up, man. I mean, Andre, not Eriwu boy. What's up? What's your affinity for Nigerians, bro?
I just I don't generalize people. There are many good Nigerians in the world, and
I think anyone would have to brain would agree to that, especially if you're not trolling. But you're overwhelmingly just trying to pass them all as great people, and that's a generalization. That's incorrect.
I say that, but look. I say that because I'm an African person, and I look at African people. Let me say my sentence. Let me say my sentence, guys, and you can speak after it. And I am an African person, and I look at African people, and I see that. For example, when I look at Nigerians, and they're really hardworking people. That's what I see. Compared to, they're the most hardworking Africans. When I see.
Would it also be true if I say that they are the most scamming Africans? Are they also the most scamming Africans, Andre?
Of course, yes.
The honest Nigerian says yes, while Andre is stuttering. You have a pro-Nigerian bias. You must have a crush on a Nigerian.
No.
Ladies, we've done this so much. Our guys are suffering. Now, and our guys are suffering. They say that you guys love money too much. What's going on? What's happening? Is that why Nigerians find it so easy to bomb you guys? They're pitying you guys like crazy. In the UK, Dubai, in the States, people are just complaining, oh, Nigeria this, Nigeria that. I mean, I know some of them have swag, but their women are ugly as hell. Why do you think they're leaving Nigeria to go to other countries? Because it's like the full sausage fest. Have you seen the Nigerian movies? Those women look like, hey, boss, like Papa. Now, you ladies are thinking you're privileged to go out to the Nigerian dude because he's here. You guys like foreigners, man. Ah, come on, get out of it. Those guys don't have beautiful men. That's why they're running away from Nigeria. That's why they're here. Right? Us guys don't need to go anywhere because our women are beautiful. You guys are beautiful. But you are loose like a motherfucker. You're giving it up for free to these niggas. Ah, come on now. Come on now, ladies. Have some self-respect, man. You guys need to take care of yourselves.
Is that the guy from the show? Is that the guy from the show, the white guy at the start of the show? Is that him?
No.
Same guy.
Wait.
Same guy.
Wait. Oh my god.
He's actually one of Kenya's most biggest. He's like the what you call it, the Kevin Samuels of Kenya.
Kaiser, this guy's an insult.
Hold on, East African. Let me address Chuku. I think you just got here, Chuku. I already decided from this day forward that I am a friend of the Igbos. I don't give a shit about Nigeria. It's Biafra now, Biafra tomorrow, and Biafra forever. Fuck Nigeria.
Okay, shut up, man. So this is a Tether American Alliance.
Kaiser, was that a Kenyan guy, and he was making fun of Kenyan women, how they were loving Nigerian men? Is that what?
Kenyan women love Nigerian men because they have money, right? Mm-hmm. So, but he's telling them that be careful because the genes from the Nigerians will come into your children when you marry them or something.
He said apparently loose hair. He said loose hair. They're gonna miss our loose hair. Kenyans are loose hair.
No, loose. He's saying that the loose, as in, he's saying that the poontang of the Kenyan women is loose because of Nigerians. So Nigerian first. Let me ask you, why are Nigerians traveling around the world to get married?
No, they are not traveling around the world to get married. They are traveling around the world to steal your money, to also in your country and make money. They are not there because of your women. So get that straight. They are not there because of your women. They are there to make money.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, they are there to make money. Then they use their spare time to enjoy themselves.
Yo, Z, be honest with yourself, man. A Nigerian woman would not want you because you're let's be honest with yourself, man. Be honest with yourself. You're a Western man, A Nigerian woman would not want you, bro.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but why are you saying that Nigerian woman not for me? Why are you saying that? Because they don't want you.
But how do you know they don't want me when I mentioned that my first was
you dated one. You dated one. Okay, you dated one. Delusional.
Hold on. Let me say the one he dates, maybe one of those that were born in the West.
That is correct. That is 100% correct.
The one in Nigeria won't. Well, with their face expression, you won't go close to them because
look. I can make an argument. I can make an argument. See, you're part. I can make an argument. You're part Nigerian. Just stop hating yourself, man. Just stop hating yourself.
No, it's not Nigeria. Sorry.
He is. He's Caribbean. He's Caribbean. He is.
No, it's not. The way he speaks, it's not Nigerian at all.
No. He got Nigerian ancestry, probably.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He does. He
definitely does.
He does. 100%.
Have any Nigeria because if he do, it will not come on social media every day spewing hate towards Nigeria.
He's a self-hating Nigerian, man.
No, he's not.
No, I'm not self-hating.
We don't have such culture in Nigeria whereby people hate on themselves. No, that's not. Is
that why the skin bleaching is 77% of women, or is that just
But
That's just a quirk.
people may bleach, but where they are, they live. They are there in Nigeria. It doesn't change anything. They are still Nigerians. Okay. And they won't go online and be insulting.
No, bro, Nigerian brother. This guy's probably moved from Nigeria like 500 years. Like this guy is like really.
No longer.
Yeah. Actually, it was the late 1700s. Actually, I have to give praise. I have to give praise and thanks to the white man's record keeping.
You are no longer in Nigeria.
And I'm very much fine with that. I'm very much fine with that.
Nah, bro, you're actually disgraced.
Because it's crazy. I find it weird. Because let me tell you something. I don't come on social media every day and just bash, let's say, Kenya or Ghana or Sierra Leone or South Africa. It's not healthy for anyone.
My guy said like thanks to the white. Wait. My guy said thanks to the white man he removed me from Nigeria.
No, I never. I never said that. I said thanks for the record keeping. I said record keeping.
You said thanks to the white guy. You said thanks to the white guy.
Yeah, for the record keeping. Yeah, I did for the record keeping. Yeah.
That's some self-hating shit, man.
That's not self-hating. It's called thanks for being organized.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Nigerians. One thing I like about our people. We don't we don't beg people to be loved. We don't beg people to love us or to like us because it doesn't put food on our table.
I'm just gonna tell you, bro.
We don't dwell on like me and hug me or let's cry together and hold. No, we don't do that.
I'm just gonna tell you, bro. Like white women don't love black men who hate themselves because of the way they look. I'm just gonna tell you
because they show weakness.
Yeah, because like white women who love black men, they love their blackness. This guy hates his blackness. You see, he hates Nigeria. He hates his ancestry.
How could it be hate when I have not said anything that wasn't grounded in some form of evidence, recent news?
What you said here. I agree. See, I'm not discussing what you said here today. Your previous, your past actions on this platform, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, then give me an example.
Because if I come here every day, let's say
give me an example.
Because I do see your comments. I don't need to give you. You know what I'm saying.
Please remind me what the comments are, and we can discuss this. I need to be reminded what they were, please.
You speak on Nigeria issues. Go through your comments first, then come back. Read everything you have written since from the comment section.
No, please. I can't remember.
Let me. I don't need to.
Let me recall it. Let me recall something. With him. Z, you know that like you have to know about your roots. You're not a white British man. You have to know your root. You gotta be proud of your root. Because like, otherwise you're just invisible. Because like you're lost. If you don't know your roots you seem to hate Nigeria. You seem to hate your roots.
No. Listen. It's not hate to look at a state of a country where people brag so much and they're killing each other, queuing up for food in a stampede for rice. And they say that they come from this great land with such a rich culture where they go around and blame Western blacks.
Hold on. That means he follow every Nigeria news. Everything.
It comes up on BBC Africa on the front page. It's not my fault the country's falling apart. You're giving me too much information here, boys. You give me too much information. Every day I press refresh and there's something terrible.
Bro, let me tell you, this is not healthy at all.
Okay, all right then. Okay.
You don't know. I don't go online. I'm searching with Africa, America, or South Africa or Ghana all day just to hate on these people because it doesn't make sense.
It puts me in a good mood for the week, man. I gotta do it. It's a good antidepressant. Listen, what I'm gonna do is I just had some.
This is what I would say.
No, bro. Z. You're not addressing my point. You're like, are you like, bro? Z, are you like?
This guy.
You have some kind of issue. You're not addressing my point. Wait, bro. Wait. Let me. Wait. Don't derail. Because Z, I told you something, and you're not answering me. You're just saying a bunch of negative things about Nigeria. I did not. Wait. I did not ask for that. I did not ask for you to say negative things about Nigeria.
You asked me why would I have this negative position, and I said, well, when you look at a place where people are bragging about so-called not being enslaved, so-called great culture, and they go and they say how great it is, but this is a country that has oil and a currency that's less valuable than toilet paper.
Brother.
They stampede over rice, for goodness sake, where 7 people were sampled underfoot last week, if I'm correct, and you've got a place where, you know, what is there to respect?
Brother, you have stated that. Okay, I get it. You have stated that. I asked you why you're not connected to your root, why you're not proud of.
Oh no, I am connected to my roots. I am connected to my roots from the countries where I come from. I'm a citizen of both of those countries. I speak their not native language, but I speak their local dialect, the languages, and that's it. So I'm a citizen of both these countries. I respect it, but I'm not going to respect. I'm not going to respect a place where they go and captured and sold women and children for money, and to this day they're still poor, and they still do the same thing now, kidnapping their own people. So why would anyone be proud of such a place?
Can I tell you something? Because I want to tell him one thing. One minute. Let me state one thing. Wait, let me state one thing, please, because I want to say one sentence, and I'll stop speaking. You brother, you gotta learn that you see one lens with how you learn about Nigerians. It's like the European views about Nigerians. It's not you look at the European cable of how Nigerians are looked upon, and you're not actually doing your research. You actually don't know about Nigerians. Sadly, you're not educated. I'm sorry.
But you've met real Nigerians, and you haven't. You never even met one Nigerian in your life.
No, but look, he doesn't know about Nigerian culture.
Anyway, with your cheap network, but let O1 speak. The Black American.
Yes, of course. The Nigerian looks up to the East African Horner with the curly hair. That's right. Go on, brother. Show yourself hatred.
You know, I was saying that like this guy doesn't know about Nigerian because like he talks about Nigerians.
Sorry, O1, you carry on. But are you familiar with this term, self-loathing? Do you know what that means?
You talking to me?
Yes. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah, so have that as the backdrop as you have conversations with Zed. There's a strong element of self-hate there. You know the black types. You know that's you know we call them Oreo in this country. It's a form of chocolate, dark on the outside, white on the inside. You know they detest and cannot abide anything that is So that's where he's coming from.
Yeah, the one man, you're right. You're right because this guy hasn't learned about. He haven't been to Nigeria. He haven't.
I never will.
Yeah, you see, you're so negative about Nigeria. This is why.
What is there to be positive about?
Okay, you don't need to feel sorry.
No. What is there to be positive about? Let's say I was Indian. Let's just say.
You don't need to be at all.
If I was Indian descent, if I was Australian, if I was a coolie in Guyana, if I was a Chinaman in America, I would go back and I would look at India and say Taj Mahal, I'll say space program, I would say nuclear power. If I was Chinese, I'd say Great Wall of China, I'd say Chinese herbal medicine, I would say Chinese New Year. If I was Indian, I'd say Diwali. If I was European, I have so many things to look up upon: architecture, music, countries that weren't just military might, massive empires that were respected globally, and then I come back to Nigeria and I see shithole. So I ask you again, what is there to be proud of? Now tell me, please. I really would like to know. Let me be proud of my quote unquote Nigerian heritage.
You are not Nigerian first.
Good, we agree. Have a good day.
Yes, and sorry. There he is. He's gone. That's the thing, though.
Guess who took his place?
To get the
Nigerian player.
Yes. That we have to kick around. So we default back to beating up the Black American. So Europe.
That never happened. Yes. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, my brother.
All right. So have you guys built toilets in Oyo land yet?
we don't need toilet. We have a vast virgin land, you know.
Yeah, you
The
just
landscape
dig
is
hole and
our
shit in the
toilet.
street.
What's the is a you know
Mm.
what's the meaning of a toilet even? I thought you said you were going to Nigeria anyway.
Yeah, I win already.
You've been already,
Yeah.
and you didn't get kidnapped or anything.
No, I was too light skinned.
You're too light skinned. All right, so that's the thing.
It's I wasn't black enough.
How was the experience for you?
It was alright. Got food poisoning. You know.
Did you try the local delicacy?
Yes.
And none of them favored you. You didn't take to them at all.
Nah, the fried pangolin burgers weren't really my taste.
Did you go to Lagos?
I went to Lagos and Abuja.
How did you find the heat?
I'm used to the heat. You know, I'm black. We love the heat.
All right. I'm not sure that you did go to Nigeria. You don't sound, because anybody that goes to Nigeria, they sound more enthused.
I don't think it is.
No,
woman. He have because I watched his YouTube video. He has a video on it. Yeah, he has.
He has a YouTube channel. Let me go have a look.
Yeah, he has been to.
I thought Kaizo just caged him here.
What? Caged him? What do you mean?
One man. He's a traveler. He goes to Africa sometimes.
You don't hear all them chickens in the back of where I am now? I'm always everywhere, bro. I'm a traveler.
Wait, Nagmizi, have you traveled this year, bro? Or
I'm at one of my houses right now. I should climb up so you can see my chickens. Can you hear them? Do
that. Show your chickens. I want to see your little farm.
You want to see me choke the chicken?
No. You crazy. Wait, is it like
sorry, what's your channel called? Nagmizi. What's it called?
Nagmizi. It's called Nagmizi. Damn. Okay, Nagmizi, you using gas? Let's see. That's good. That's good.
I told you. I know how to live like the poor native.
Yeah, Nagmizi isn't in a little island. That's nice.
I wanted to talk about this video is discussing who is a real Jamaican and who is. Let's give it a listen.
My fellow Jamaicans, may come for drink milk, or be there cocoa. It is abundantly clear to me that there are people who live foreign and identify as Jamaicans, but you don't have one of these. And while you're entitled to your opinion, one is a set of rascal duns. So let me set the record straight. Number one, Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please just stop it. Out of many, one people, Jamaicans. We do not hyphenate and we do not encourage separation by race. Number two, this one's mine. This is my granny own. This one is my mom's. And this is grandpa. Yeah, it's hardcover. Grandpa died a long time ago. If you are planning a trip to Jamaica and you don't own one of these, you're going to have to book a return flight from where you came. These are the rules. I'm just laying it down for you. If you go to Jamaica and you don't have one of these, immigration will stamp your passport and give you a set amount of time that you're allowed to stay in Jamaica. And if you overstay your welcome, we put you back on a plane and we send you back, you, not me, you back to the country from which you came.
Now, obviously, this woman was born and raised.
Yeah, so I mean, she's basically saying that you dusty blacks over there who think you're Caribbean, you don't even have a passport. You're not really the Jamaican. She, the Chinese woman, is the real Jamaican. And she will send you back to where you're from, to UK, to America. etc. She's cooking. She's cooking people up nicely. She's like, nah, she's a Jamaican.
Yeah, I don't totally agree with that. You know, but whatever. That's coconut shit. I don't care about it.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, because for me, I've always just looked at it this way. It's like, if you don't, 1 second, let's see.
I'd be right. There were black people who have done that, but even they would say, even a black person that's successful, I think, acknowledges like, well, but it is harder. It is harder for a black person because of what's been done in the past. But you disagree. Hit me, man. Like I am approaching this. You got to understand. Like, I'm looking at this camera. This is like, bro, this topic for me.
I know. So let me do the dirty work for you.
But real quick before you go there, I mean it though. Like I am curious because I don't know. Like, it's funny. Do you know who Bill Burr is? The comedian.
Yes, I know Bill Burr.
Oh, dude, he does this whole bit on abortion where and it's funny, but he's so right. He's like, I'm pro-choice because I don't like being told what to do, and I don't think I should tell a woman what to do. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense to me. He's like, but I'm also think that what you're doing is killing a baby. Yeah. He's like, I just sit on both sides of it, and it makes sense to me. And I'm like, you know what, that fucking does make sense. Yeah. And that's the same thing here. I agree that there is generational wealth gaps as a result of slavery in the country. I just think that mathematically that has to be true. It just makes sense to me. But I also agree that I've seen people born at the bottom of the escalator of life that have crawled their way all the way to the top from the black community, just as much as there's been white people with privilege who've fallen from the top of the escalator where they were born.
We have to agree that the history that you're putting out there is accurate.
Well, hit me then. Tell me where it's inaccurate.
Yeah. So we have to agree that the history that the black people think is their history, is accurate.
Okay.
Because if I know anything about human beings, is we lie. We lied about COVID, and it's not even 2 years.
Now here's where the black Americans are taking the L. How have black Americans not created their own distinct race separate from the Africans? If you keep letting Africans say stupid shit like this, right now, these Africans are saying that slavery wasn't that bad. The history that white man wrote about slavery is all wrong. It didn't really oppress anyone. And black Americans are allowing it to actually exist. This is definitely an L the black Americans have to take. Africans can't just be allowed just because they look similar to black Americans. So you just come in and start saying crazy shit like this. He's just
We gotta hold the L. We gotta hold the L because you realize he's talking not rubbish.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, this is crazy. Like at first, I was like, "What the hell?" So he's saying that slavery didn't happen, redlining didn't happen, Jim Crow doesn't exist. This is crazy, right? Oh my God!
On the road. So if there's anything about the history, I mean, you can rely on the human being is to lie.
Okay.
So I am not sure what they tell me is the truth, because the people who are telling me are evil. So they cannot tell me about a truth that existed 400, 200, 300, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me the truth about my colonialism in my country, because I don't trust you. So as long as I don't trust you, I cannot trust anything that you say whenever you open your mouth. I don't trust you to be a good person because you show me you're not a good person. How do I trust what you're telling me is the truth? I can't even trust when you tell me it's 3:30 right now.
Right.
So I don't trust a thing you tell me, bro. So why should I listen to you? So the black people are talking about reparations. What the fuck is that, bro? I've been in this country for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Mercedes-Benz S550. Yeah. Which other country do you think that is possible?
Yeah.
So when you
look, to be honest, when I hear people start speaking ignorant like this, right? He's even now taking a shit on reparations. Now, you shouldn't be waiting on reparation. That's also stupid. But him saying, what kind of hell is that? Just because he has a Mercedes, whatever I don't know, whatever he mentioned. I think this is the kinds of people that black Americans need to keep. Right. You can't allow these people to go roaming around America, masquerading as black Americans, speaking for the white supremacists.
No, but this has been going on, which is why the ADOS and the delineation movements are what they are now, because we've ignored this sort of coonery for the longest time. So they'll get, let's ask an African where they first landed in America. Most of them landed right in the black community. You see what I'm saying? So they learn our ways, they live amongst us, and then they leave and talk shit about us. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, because that's colonial mindset playing out Again, and he's telling this to a white man. He would never tell a black man this because we're known to punch you in your fucking face if you talk greasy like that to us.
Right. That makes a lot of sense because someone like this is probably going to be in the white spaces, sucking their nuts off, and just okay, makes sense.
Tell me 400 years, bro. I only have 2. And it's not even 2. It's not a complete 2. It's a 1 and something. So, everybody's running to get themselves in here. Everybody's trying. The Mexicans don't even know English and they can't even wait to get in here. So what you are is a victim. And somebody needs to tell you, wake the fuck up, stop being stupid. Because the country is being divided as you are asleep. Mark Zuckerberg woke up and cut himself off a slice of the country.
Yeah.
Elon Musk came in and he said, oh, there's a part of this country that needs me. Everybody's doing it, including Andrew Kibe. So what are you looking at? The person who did that to your grandfather or to your great-grandfather died the same time when your grandfather died.
Yeah.
So the problems and the oppression died then. That doesn't exist anymore. Go to the streets and tell me where the people are oppressed in America.
Nah.
In my country,
This guy,
I've been here, what?
guy's mindset is the reason why if you go to places like Kenya, you see that foreigners are the wealthiest in the society. They control the economies, the Indians and the other people. These are the sellout of our race. People like this who boldly says, see, when Eric Prince speaks, the video he posts, yes, on public, there are some things I didn't agree with him, but I spoke to Judy on a private chat with that. There's some word I said there because we need to understand there are some things you can say in the public and some things you can say behind the scene. Some of the things he's saying now, he should have just said it behind the scene instead of saying such things to the public to consume. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Some words are not made for public consumption.
Okay, but fundamentally, you agree with what he's saying. You just shouldn't say it in the public, right?
No. Okay, for instance, let's be honest. We all know that most of our people, including my people, we are not productive. If you look at the society, the world, you understand what I'm talking about. We are at the bottom. We are not productive at all. And that needs to change. You understand me? It needs to change. And it takes hard work and being smart. No one's going to save us. We need to first of all know that first. We are the one to save ourselves. So I get what they are saying.
Interesting. Okay, fair enough.
Or 2 years.
The issue here is the optics and the audience. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Namizi.
Yeah, it's the optics and the audience and the fact that he's not a black American. Like, imagine the audacity I'd have to go to Kenya, live in Kenya for 2 years, and then downplay the struggles of Kenyans. So not take away Kenya. Let's say I moved to Igbo land and downplayed what happened in the Biafran War and like you think I wouldn't even dare to do that because it's crazy disrespectful. But that's what I'm saying. Black Americans have been idiots in allowing people to come amongst us to disrespect us. But that's why we taking a stand now because we haven't gotten a return on investment from just welcoming foreigners based on their being black. That shit don't mean nothing. These people have totally different mindsets.
Now, see, this how it is done. Because if this guy do something like this, I promise you, he will be deported. People like this, black should mobilize, find a way to send him back to Kenya. You understand me? Find a way to send such. Because if you do it, it will send a message to other people. So when they are in the country, they know how to talk. I promise you, if he do this in Nigeria, it won't last a week there. They will deport him. I promise you.
If he'd be lucky if he only gets deported from Nigeria, but if the higher ups, they would definitely get this dude out of there. On the lay people, if they heard this dude talking greasy about Nigerians like that, he'd get something else coming to him. Like this shit that I talk here, you think I'm gonna speak this crap in Nigeria? No. I'm not stupid. Fuck Nigeria.
I agree.
In my country, a month, without having engaged with the police. What are you talking about? You guys talk about police brutality. You have no fucking clue what that is. You have police who smile and say hi to you. You're saying hi. What are you guys doing here? Yeah. So it's the thing you're talking about. Your perspective or your
context.
Your context is so limited because you've only been eating your mother's food. So your mother has filled you with all this fear and all this lethargy. You're so lethargic. Like now I was with some guys from Gobandans and we were passing by a certain road, I think just around here. And I see this homeless guy, but he's built like a horse. But this guy is homeless. How does that make any sense, bro?
Yeah.
So for me, I have no sympathy for the black people, right? I have no sympathy for anyone. Okay, I am not God. You can go deal with God when you get there. But for me right now, the black people are fucking up because we have the identity of our mothers. So we need to get back our identity of our fathers. We need to go back to being men so that we can lead our women. But our women cannot lead us. It doesn't work that way because if our women lead us, then their men are the white men. So when the